Archives of Prasar Bharati presents the timeless treasure of golden era.
Smith Village in Meghalaya is the social and cultural melting point of the Khasis. This beautiful village also serves as the venue for festivals and events, Nongkrem festival being one of them, when all converge together to thank the Almighty for a bountiful harvest and to beckon Him to foster peace and harmony in the coming year. Canvas unveils the beauty of this village and its festival of Nongkrem.
Smith Village, the embodiment of Khasi culture, was the headquarters of the ancient Khasi state of Krim or Hima Krim. Smith is dotted with neat thatched houses, each encircled by a garden. Over the green meadows and amidst swaying pines, the houses lie scattered. The pretty picture of this village is reflected in the streams flowing nearby. At the center of the village stands the Ka Ing Sad, the place of the high priestess of the Hima, made entirely of wood. The unique feature of this place is the complete absence of any metal in any of the structures. The village is also the old capital of the Khasis. Khasis are simple, hospitable people who have a smile for each visitor. Though leading a simple life, they are nevertheless conscious of their rich tribal heritage and history. As the month of October approaches, this village comes alive with the colors and beats of festivity. Khasi men, women and children, attired in tribal finery, gather in thousands for the celebration of a grand event, known as Ka Pomblang Nongkrem. This 5-day religious festival is held annually as a thanksgiving to the Almighty for the good harvest. The Siam, who represents the administrative head of the Hima or the Khasi state, Ka Siam Sad, or the priestess, who is the caretaker of all religious ceremonies, the Mintris, or the council of ministers, the priests and the people in general all join in this dance festival, a rhythmic form of prayer for the well-being of all. On the last day of the festival, the Khasi maidens dance, wafting serenely with graceful steps. Elaborate costumes, ornate silver crowns, necklaces and bracelets all enhance the doll-like appearance of the girls. The men dance joyously to the accompaniment of thang muri or pipes, cymbals and drums. whispering pines, the colorful tribal wear, and incessant drum beats all form a splendid backdrop for this famous dance festival. Unchanged and unchanging, the Nongkrem Dance Festival reinforces the ties between the Khasis and their ancestors. As they dance, they express their gratitude to God for granting them a life of peace and harmony which they richly deserve.
Kaziranga National Park is the ultimate destination for tourists who love to savor nature and wildlife. The star attraction is the one-horned rhino, but tigers, elephants, and about 304 species of migratory birds can also be sighted here. In our next section, Destination, we take you to this famous national park.
The most enchanting and splendid national park of India, Kaziranga, has a gentle slope from east to west, is flat and ranges over two districts, Jorhat and Nagaon of Assam. From the south bank of the Brahmaputra river, the park runs along the National Highway number 37 to the foothills of Karbi. A park truly majestic in size and vividity. But this was not so during the start of the century. Until 1908, Kaziranga was a sportsman's and poacher's paradise, and it was then realized by the authorities that some of the rare species of fauna residing there were all but gone. Kaziranga became a game sanctuary in 1916, and by the early 30s, it was a lost cause, left completely to itself by the Forest Department. It was only in 1950 that Kaziranga was declared a wildlife sanctuary and given the status of a national park in January 1974. Since then, the dwindling animal population has shown a constant increase. The elephant grass that grows, often on swampy ground, is as long as 15 feet. It can lie prostrate only before the majestic elephant's feet. Often from within the folds of thick vegetation, a lone wild tusker can be sighted. But normally, wild elephants are found in herds, sometimes as many as 200, coming in from the Mikir Hills. Spread over an area of over 430 square kilometers, the park can be traversed mainly on elephant back. The jumpy swamp deer and sambhars can also be seen in and around the swamps. There are around 304 species of migratory birds, which is an ornithologist's delight. Other animals like the wild Indian buffalo and otters can also be seen in the numerous rivers and nalas in the park. but it is the great one-horned Indian rhino that has made Kaziranga the ultimate destination and one of the hottest tourist spots in the world. The sobriquet Rhino Land is thus also given to Kaziranga, the rhino's last habitat in the subcontinent. Normally a solitary creature, Rhinoceros unicornis is one of the world's 5 species of rhino. A fearless and carefree one, it has also been the subject of poetry. Fearing nothing, caring for nothing, wander alone, like the rhinoceros. In their wild state, Indian rhinos are nearly always found during the heat of the day, wallowing in muddy pools, a sure protection against external parasites and against the flies which try to lay their eggs between the folds of the thickly armor-plated skin. An old legend says that Lord Krishna once decided to give up elephants as battle animals and used rhinos instead. So a rhino was dressed in armor, but it refused to obey orders. So it was driven to the forest with its armor still on. To this very day, the rhino has it. Any visitor can see these rhinos, who now number around 1,317, living in harmony with other species. But that is where lies the complexity and the beauty of Kaziranga, because it is more than a haphazard collection of animals and birds. Cavorting through the Dandi, or the Rhino Trail on elephant back, it is in itself an experience of thrill and anticipation. The sunrise and sunset of Kaziranga is a feast for the eyes, an imprint that will never be wiped out. Kaziranga is an ode in appreciation of Mother Nature.
Destination information: Kaziranga National Park. Road link: Kaziranga is 82 kilometers from Tezpur. Rail: nearest railhead is Tezpur. Air: nearest airport is also Tezpur. Hotels: Forest Lodge, rest houses, forest bungalows and a number of hotel facilities are available at Kaziranga. For additional information, tourists may contact Director, Kaziranga National Park, Post Office, Bokaghat, District Jorhat, Assam. Best season to visit: October to May.